What up?
What's up? Excited to be here with you today. Let's do some solutions.
You know the deal.
Some incredible people that are going to be joining us today, and on the show, we are going to have an incredible solutionary. Look at this handsome right here.
I'm so excited about it, man.
Right here, jamming with us.
This is somebody that I've had the opportunity to meet a few times now, and great conversations. You can tell that he's really into the numbers when it comes to the business, right? Like he wants to make sure that his numbers are right. And man, does he always looking for the right tools. He's always a forward-thinking person. And I really love that he's on the show today to be able to share his ideas, share his past, tell us where he came from. This is important too, man. Amazing people in this industry, the Indy car. You know what I'm saying? We're making it happen, bro.
Up in here, brewing some solutions. So do us a favor and tag a car guy, tag a car gal, and share.
You know the deal.
You know that sharing is caring.
All
I'm
the
Lou
time.
Ramirez, the car guy.
Hey, I'm Figlin, the subprime hero.
And welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, where we are brewing solutions, and we are teamed up with some of the best people in the industry to make sure that you find a way to brew solutions for the problems that you face on a daily basis.
No doubt.
So make sure that you do yourself a favor and plug in somebody that you know is going to be able to benefit. If they have just something that they need to get themselves energized and doing what they do well, go ahead and honor them by saying, hey, you're a great car guy. You should be drinking some Car Guy coffee, and tag them, put them inside of the comment box, and also throw us a coffee cup emoji. Cheers, because today, for the ones that do put the coffee cup emojis out there, we're going to make sure that you do get you a fresh bag of the dark roast, and you're going to get yourself a free Car Guy coffee mug. So make sure that you are dropping mugs,
You know the deal.
inside of the comments, because we want to share a cup of coffee with you and send you a mug to do it with.
Man, that's that
Cheers
dark
to
roast
that.
right there. That's that new dark roast right there.
Good.
Oh man, how'd you prepare that, man? That was really
that
good.
Was inside of a mocha pot.
Mocha pot, man. You could tell, man. It's got a really creamy, good flavor to it, bro. It's like,
It's good.
wow.
It's good.
And that's the new dark roast we just released recently, man. It's good. It comes in a black bag. Looks a little bit like this right here.
That's exactly.
Bingo. It's some good stuff. Y'all need to check it out. www.carguycoffee.com. Just go up there, check it out. The coffee shop. It's good stuff. But yeah, man, excited.
We are really excited. And because we have jumped over to that side of the pond, right? We also have another friend that is joining us on our side of the pond, right? And we are making sure that we are making connections with people that are doing things different, and sometimes first, and sometimes they're doing things in a way that makes you just say, what in the world? I have to get me some of that. So those of you that are out there that are trying to make improvements on what it is that you're doing inside of your stores with the tools and the capabilities that are available for you right now, pay attention to what this incredible car guy brings to the conversation, because he is definitely somebody that shows what it's like to operate with the 3 F's, right? To make sure that he is always keeps growing and to always be upshifting and uplifting. And we're just so thankful that we have him in here. So we got to get him in here, and we got to have some fun. So do us a favor, car guys and car gals, jump in and let's cheer on our friend, the one,
the only Victor Figlin. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, brother, man? Glad to have you on the show. We are excited to share the story of yours and man, and have a good time. Is he out frozen screen, or is he just sitting there still?
Are you that still?
Victor, are you there? Oh man,
And
slight movement. There's a little frozen screen going on. Let's see what's happening. Maybe we can get him. Can you hear us? Oh no. What is happening? Victor, we'll get you back on the screen when we see you moving down. I'm going to pull you back off. But here, listen, folks, I want to tell you a little bit about this man. He's somebody that I really just met recently. We got to meet him at the I believe it was the first digital dealer. Is that where we met him?
No. Where we met him first was at I want to say San Antonio, NIADA.
Is that right? Yeah.
NIADA, yes.
Yeah, that was
Riverwalk.
We did, and he's really cool. He was with actually the crew at 321 Ignition. That's somebody that that's another place that we're partnered up with, that we're good friends with. We're excited to be around. One thing that I find is that when you see people that are very open-minded to businesses coming together, learning different ideas, sharing ideas amongst each other, that there are actually diversity inside that group. And it's really cool to see that happen. And then you can see what's the conversations are about. You learn a lot in those conversations. And that's one of the reasons why I was so excited to have Victor on the show, is because Victor is quiet in a lot of ways, but you could tell it's because he's listening, right? He's paying attention. But when he does speak, he speaks of volumes. Like there's quality inside what he speaks, right? Maybe it's not quantity, but it's quality inside that, because he's getting all that information from that he's gathering, and he's ready to speak to others about it. And I love that about Victor. Victor is somebody that I really find that inside.
It's like a good shot of espresso,
right?
It gives you even more power than maybe the big giant thing of coffee.
Let's see if we can get him.
Hits you heavy.
Let's see if we can get him in here.
Energize you, like Victor. Victor, let's get this sound coming on out. Can you hear us, brother? Yeah, there he is.
Well, we're gonna get this right eventually, and it's okay. Oh, there he is.
I can hear you guys.
All right, Victor. Well, we appreciate you, man. I know there's some technical difficulties, but hey, we've dealt with it too. We understand where it's coming from. It's going to be all right. I appreciate you being spontaneous on the spot, moving around. Maybe you're going to just have to move around and talk, and that's okay. Look at that smile, guys. Folks, this is Victor. Hello. Welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you, man. I know you got your hands full right now, but there's this thing. Man, we're doing great, man. You could do this thing where we're going to do the forgive, focus, fly. You could hold it in one hand, and all you got to do is just forgive with one hand and fly, right? Because I know you got your hands full, right? So, and we're going to do that real quick to get the party started, because before we do anything, we all do it together. We're going to forgive, focus, and fly. It's the 3 Fs to keep growing, right?
Even when it's technology, we're fighting, right?
That's what we're going to do. We're going to forgive that. We're going to forgive that sometimes the internet doesn't roll as deep as it should, right? We pay all this technology that you would think that it would be just dynamite.
I want you to work.
But it's okay, man. You know what? We're excited to have Victor on the show, because Victor is a superstar. So you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's fly.
I'm going to do it with you like I have the phone in my hand. All right, put your one hand on your shoulder.
One hand on the shoulder, Victor, right here. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive. Focus. Fly. And keep growing. Keep growing. That's our man right there. That's the first time, man. We got to do it with you. And that's awesome stuff, man. We appreciate you for being on the show, brother. I know that you're a busy guy. You're running a business there. You're really growing. You're implementing. You're looking at numbers. You're crunching numbers. You're looking for new vehicles, implementing new processes. It's constant growth, adaptability in this business. It's one of the core values of a solutionary. And that's one of the reasons why we feel like we connect with you, because you bring a lot of those values inside what you do. When you do things and when you wake up every single day to grow and to be the best version of yourself, there's a reason why we do that. It's our why. It's our purpose. What is that why for you? What is that purpose for you?
I just do not wake up every day and say, boy, I do want to be mediocre. And that's why. Coffee mug.
That's it. I love it.
Time. Show him that cup.
I love it. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
He's not mediocre, my friends. Cheers to that, my friends. Boom, boom, boom. No mediocre. We don't want no mediocre. And he's not, man. And he's definitely high level. And that's what it's about. Every day trying to be better, not to be mediocre, because anybody could be mediocre. It's simple, right? That's boring. Let's do something more. Let's grow. Let's have a business. Let's be a business owner, and let's sell cars when people hate car buyers. That's like even more difficult. Most people don't want to buy a car from a car salesman, but yet you're like, what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it great. Man, that is amazing. It's so true. Don't want to be mediocre, but get a little deeper. Like, I know that that's true. I know that you're not a mediocre person. That's your purpose. That's your why. But what drives you to be that way?
I just want to prove something to myself, just to have fun and see what I can achieve with my business partner and with other people that I find at conferences, get introduced to, etc. Because I'm just trying to connect the dots, like find everything that's possible in the industry, connect the dots and come up with the best solution and create a team that can move from industry to industry and win. So that's what motivates me every day, not to be mediocre.
Love that, man. Wow. That's powerful.
Absolutely love that. The commitment that it takes, though, right, is often something that takes the convincing of people, right? You're convincing a tribe to go with you, to take on the mission that you have, and that's inspiring. That of course you approach it the way that you do. We've had some great conversations before now, and these are the things that intrigue me about somebody that can see the success that you have as rapid as you do. And the thing that I love most about you is how open you are to listening to what people are doing if it provides a solution, right? If there's a solution, if there's a way to catch another fish in my net, I want to know how to weave my net to be better, right? You set that precedent throughout your entire business, right? Your entire store. And then you see results when somebody like 321 Ignition jumps in with you. They activate a very effective website. You see immediate results from it, right? You're able to implore the buy-in from everybody else on the programs that you're putting into place.
Exactly.
And that's exciting to see. And that's what dealers need to be able to get, right? And it's because you're reaching out to all those resources. I love that. And that's exciting to me. So help me understand this. How is it that you actually came to the car business? This would be the second on the five liner. What brought you to the car business? What
Love
made the
that.
Indy Auto man come to auto?
Oh, there was a five liner. I probably skipped it. So in 2008, we started officially, but before that, in 2006, I had my business partner who was 15 years old at the time, sell his grandfather's car. And because it was like old man's car, like it was a good maroon Toyota Camry, 1998, 96, but it was pristine. He flipped cars for a few weeks and he made more money than I did at my full-time job after college. And after I learned that he's making more money than I do with my college job, he said, do you want to sell cars with me? And I said, absolutely, because at the time we were like extremely young guys who love to switch cars every now and then. And we thought that having a dealership would provide us a way of switching cars without being penalized by sales tax every time we switch a car.
Right.
So we opened a dealership and we started with 3 cars on our parents' driveway, and right now we're at like 300 cars for sale and 100 cars en route. And they do not fit on our parents' driveways anymore. So we have a legit dealership now.
Oh man, that's incredible. Car guys, you hear
Man,
that?
that's the Indy Auto man. And I'm
For
telling
real.
you, like, that's a big deal. Like, just think about that. It's become something. If you guys have ever been around his dealership, I haven't had a chance to walk there yet, or walk inside of it, I should say, but I'm excited to go visit it. It's a good looking store. It's got a great location. It's providing services beyond. He's using technology to really help him further his business. He's making sure that he's listening to what the clients want. It's all that stuff's powerful, man. And it's so cool that he got into the business. I'm thankful that you did. It's true though, man. We see people in this business that, like, you're like, man, if they can do it, how could I not? They're doing great. And I know that I have, and no offense, I feel like I'm a little bit smarter, or maybe a little bit more witty, or have more street smarts, whatever it is. I know I can go in and be a little bit more proficient than this person, right? And it's no offense to them. It's great that they're doing great. But we all know our own skill set. We all believe in ourselves. I think we're our own best cheerleaders. We're also our own worst like enemy too, right? We also are like critics of our own selves. Yet we are the biggest cheerleaders for ourselves in most cases. So, and it's good that you have that, man. And I'm glad that you're in the business, because then we would have never met most likely. But you're also providing a great service for your community, man, and helping people be able to achieve their automotive dreams, like find vehicles they love and be able to achieve that opportunity. People who need help getting a vehicle, you're helping them with that. So it's great.
Yeah. And see, like we touched about listening, and the trick is to come to the conversation with your cup empty, just like that. So when you listen, you can fill it with another person's content instead of keep your content and try to pour more into it.
Wow. Wisdom.
I love that. And that's, and
I told you.
it's very, you must come with empty cup. Be an empty cup. As Bruce Lee says, stuff like that. I love a
I'm
big,
working on emptying my cup right now.
right. So what I do love about Victor's very thoughtful that way. And that's why I mentioned earlier when we were having little technical difficulties is he's one of those guys when we've met, he listens a lot. I watch him pay attention. I see what he's doing. He's paying attention to people's the way they are, how they, their energy. He's looking at the words they're saying. He's gathering information. But when you do speak, and I mentioned, I don't know if you heard me, it's very profound. Like just like you just did there. It's from what you've observed and what you've seen and what you grow. Like we got Lyman down there saying hello to you, right? And Lyman recognizes real. She's a skillful person, very intelligent in my opinion, right? And I think a lot of people would agree. You're very much, she wouldn't align herself with people like that unless she believed in them like that. And I know how much she believes in what you are. So that to me, that's that trust factor. The trust transferred from me to her, like, from her to me, I mean, to you, but yet I watched you and I'm observant too, my friend. I pay attention and I see how you are and what you're doing. And I think it's fantastic. And I can totally draw something from that. I love that you have 2 ears, 1 mouth, and you use those 2 ears quite well. And it's impressive, and that's why you are where you're at, and what's even more impressive is what we're going to see you do in the next 5 years, right? And I know you have major goals in your life because, like you said, you don't want no mediocre. You have that. Nope, no mediocre for me. So we're going to see how far you go and how much you can bring your business up and the people around you. So I'm excited to see that happen. As we do all that, we have opportunities. We've had people who've helped us along the way. I could give a little credit to Lyman. Lyman pointed out a couple books that I absolutely love reading. 3 books actually, and completely killed the scene for me. Exactly what I needed. It was great timing for me starting a business. So props to her. But I look at you, you have people in your life that have helped you go along the way. I'm sure you've had some mentors. Who could you name as one, maybe a couple mentors that really were people who helped you pivot in life or helped you see something different that you didn't normally see?
Unfortunately, I slacked at finding mentors, and that's something that um, I cannot wrap my head around. I know that it's not a weakness to have a mentor. It's just what I do is I grab something from every single person that I meet. So I would not say that I am a mentor. I have a community of mentors, but it's such a large community that I cannot say that they're mentors. It's just
Right.
I talk to people and I learn something new from each person from community. Like there is Autogenius community, like of course talking to Lyman, of course talking to my business partner, to dealers in my dealer 20 groups, and I learn a lot from all of these people. So it's more of a network than a one-on-one mentorship,
Man, that's
because I
genius.
believe network of people will know more than one person.
It's a conglomerate. Yeah, I agree. It's every perspective matters. That's why we got to have diversity in our thoughts and our people in our network. But having that web of people that you can pull from, that energy, and know that, hey, if there's something that I'm kind of weak on, I could pull from there, learn from that person. It's not necessarily all their ideas, but a thought, maybe even just a sentence they said that might spark something genius inside you. And I get that, totally, man. And that's something that I believe that is the way of the world. That's why I think today, for people who can't be above mediocre, you're not using your tools that are right in front of you. There's so many ways to be able to get into a network of people without even ever meeting them. We found that in the last couple of years. You can literally get onto something like this right now, get some free information, learn something, jot a few things down. Next thing you know, you completely transform your business. Lou and I were lucky recently to say that we ran into a gentleman that we've currently doing business with now. And the reason why was 2 years ago, we gave him a couple tips inside of a little brainstorming session with a bunch of different sales managers. He left, his business tripled, but he got stuck again for a couple years where he was like, man, I'm here, but I can't grow anymore. So he reaches out to us again, which was like honoring, that he remembered. And he was like, look, I see you guys are out training. I need you. And he's excited and the team's excited and we've been having fun, but it's just that type of process. It's understanding that there's a network that we all have. And if you put yourself out there, you're going to find stuff and things will be great. And you just got to remember, the biggest room in the world is
the room for improvement.
That's it, man. And I know that you know that, and that's what makes you awesome, brother.
Well, There is so much that we can unpack inside of everything that gets jammed into this compression
And
chamber.
also
Good
mention,
brewing. Can you hear me?
like in your network.
Okay. Well, hey,
So
if you can hear us, Victor,
you can.
you're not really, you're either coming
You
in
might have
very,
frozen
you're
again.
cutting or you're not speaking, but I heard a couple words there and it kind of cut out.
Oh, gravy. This is a good opportunity for us to test this button. And this one.
Right. Let's get down with it. Well, you know what we'll do right now is as we're waiting for Victor to get back on here, we're going to go ahead and just put a little commercial break for one of our great sponsors out there, somebody out there doing some great stuff, a company that's really trying to make solutions in so many different ways. Here you go. And of course, the people that helped us connect with Victor, actually.
So combining what 321 Ignition and Dealership Toolkit have been able to do for Victor has actually put him into a whole other area in being able to optimize the efficiency of every lead that touches his database and making sure that he does have the right call center working for him. He does have the right website assigned. It allows for the right funnel to be put in place for your customer to get what they want quicker and easier, and for you to deliver to your customer quicker and easier. And there's key things that work when you consider also that we do have great friends that also can help you get the connected piece of the puzzle when it comes to inventory. And you know, the incredible guys over at VinQ are people that we value and can't wait to be hanging out with when it is time for the NADA. We can't wait to be hanging out with them, seeing Victor there. Victor, you know about VinQ?
Yeah, we use them right now.
Awesome, man.
Perfect.
Great
Man,
company,
listen.
great peoples, man. And definitely out there trying to bring a solution for dealers, and especially in today's market, it makes a lot of sense. They're very relevant, and I think that it's great that you're communicating. That's what I'm saying. Like this world, folks, if you go out and you spend some time at these events and you really soak in some of the knowledge, go see some of the speakers and see what they're passionate about, and you'll find that their products that they have are just amazing. And I think that it's a good thing that people go to those things, and that's why it's so cool that you are somebody that I've seen at these events that really soaks in a lot of the knowledge. You spend a lot of time getting that, and you can see you leave with a lot of notes. So, I think that's great.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of challenges that are hitting this conversation even right now. Sometimes they're technical, sometimes they're relational, sometimes they're business. We want to be able to pull out the good stuff from a brew with you, and in that, sometimes it comes with a little bit of the bitter, right? And ultimately, we still got to make the best of it and get better because of it. So help us understand, Victor, what has been your hardest lesson in your pursuit to where it is that you are even right now as Indy Auto Man?
Hardest lesson is delegation of your tasks to other people and letting go of the wine. And that's something that me and my business partner spent a lot of time on, being around wrong people and running car dealership with wrong people. But once we started going to leadership conferences, workshops, doing leadership development, we realized where our mistakes were and how to structure organization in such a way that you can optimize your output where you do what you need to do instead of putting out fires left and right. And big part of it was my dealer 20 group. They recommended book Traction. by Gino Wickman. We read it. I read it actually. I was so frustrated with running the dealership the way we run it that I took this book on my vacation to Dominican Republic and I spent it under the palm tree reading the book. And like halfway through the book, I called my business partner and said, dude, like this book, this is it. Like you have to read it. Like that's what we are doing. He read it. And we are still implementing it. It's a journey, but we are 3 years into this journey, and I can tell you that the results are night and day.
I love that, man. It shows that you're being adaptable, man. That's another one of our core values when it comes to being a solutionary, man. And you bring all that stuff, and I love that. Another thing that it brings to my mind is consistent. You know, he's super consistent with that kind of stuff, and that's why it's really important. You know, as a leader, as a business owner, as somebody that, even if you're just an entrepreneur at heart, you have to have these types of things inside of you, because really what we're doing is we're finding solutions for things that are issues, right? And if you can overcome those and overcome them, then you're a solutionary. And man, he's doing it really well. And that's a great lesson.
Exactly. And being in the company of solutionaries like you guys, that's just awesome. It's like all solutionaries should unite.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that. I love that. That's
oh my God.
I love it. You said it first. You heard it here, and the accent too, man. His accent kills it. That makes it even more official. Bam. Right. It's legit, you know, and it's true. I appreciate you saying that, because it's true. And I know that comes from your heart, because the more that you can get good minds together, it's like, you know, you level up to the people around you. People, you say competition, but I think it's beyond that. There's plenty of dealers out there. There is competition. You can use that way, but at the end of the day, your only competition is yourself, because you only have to improve yourself. You can't do anything about what they're doing. You can't worry about what you can see what they're doing and use that as a scale, but your real competition is, how much better can I be? How can I find ways to be better? And you do that. And you read a book that inspired you. You got your business partner in line, and it's great. Books do inspire folks. Read. That's one of the key things to being successful that I've heard from most people. I'd say 99.99% of successful people read books, and they educate themselves on a daily, not just once, but as it's time, not when you have to, but before you do. And then next thing you know, you're ahead of the game. You are able to anticipate. You're able to be, you know, proactive instead of reactive. And reactive is a good skill, but it's so much easier when you've been proactive. You can react way better no matter what. So you're training. It's just like Michael Jordan says, you practice harder than you play in a game, because it makes games easy. It's true.
Exactly. 100% agree.
Loving it. Absolutely powerful stuff. Car gals. This is that good espresso right here. It is compressed and it is packed with the energy for you to be able to take it on. You all know what it's like to take on challenges. You all know what it's like to let go of what it is that you've worked hard on and hand it to somebody. You know what it's like to be betrayed by people and still deal with trust.
No doubt.
With the next people. You car guys, right? Victor is just another car guy, just like you all. You know what I mean? There's nothing that he did outside of apply 3 Fs in order to keep growing, right? And because we did that, and he's been doing that, all right? He didn't wait for the Car Guy Coffee podcast to show up to do that, okay? And you don't have to either, folks. You can figure out a way to get along with people, and you can figure out a way to focus on what it is that you can do and be honest with it, right? Look at it in truth, and then stretch out and say, all right, well, if I've done what it is that I'm supposed to do, I'm going to let, everything else do its part, and I'm going to do mine. And then you stretch out and you fly. Now everybody's flying together. You know what I mean? And everybody's going to where it is that they need to go. And we go so much further when we have each other to go with. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, solutionaries are rising. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the name of the event when we start to collect everybody up and we start to pull these incredible minds together. We're just going to call it Solutionaries Rising. Yep. And as we do that is just the call for people to come together that know the way, that want to collectively show the way, so that we can all
go the
bear
way.
Arms and
my bad. I jumped the gun on that one. I can't help it. I was getting excited about that, and we, this last question, I think that it's really important too, because we talk about a lot of things. We talk about, your why, what drives you, and obviously it's your drive for growth. We've heard basically the whole story so far. That lets me know that you're eager to get better, right? Powerful. And that's ultimately, whether you say for your family, whether you say for this, at the end of the day, you're trying to grow because that is inside of you. You want to be more. Your family helps drive it, and there's whys all over the place in the world. But that right there it's powerful to be able to recognize that, hey, I have the drive inside me because I like being great at what I do. I like being better, and I'm competitive in a way, right? Even if it's just with myself, I'm competitive and I like to win. So then we talked about what got you in this business. You saw that there was opportunity. You saw somebody else out there doing it, and you're like, man, if they can, I know I can, right? And that's called that confidence, that trust that you get from someone else, knowing that they've done it. So it gives you a little bit more confidence to do it yourself, but yet I know I could probably do it better. I can go harder, right? And then we talked about, the mentors that you had. And for you, it's not really mentorship, it's networkship, right? It's people around you showing things that you want to be like. If you want to get inspired, you get inspired by, somebody that you see real quick. You get a little piece of that, you get a little piece of that. So Victor is his own self. He's turned different things into his own spice, his own flavor, right? And when you can do something like that, and that's what I love doing. I don't want to be Victor. I don't want Victor to be me, but I want us to grow. I want all of us to be better, right? So let's all just keep doing that. Let's feed off each other. I find things from Victor that are extremely amazing, right? He's going to hopefully find one thing that he thinks is cool from me. Maybe hopefully my energy or something like that, right? Because obviously my energy is high end, as you can see here. But anyway, the next level, and then we talked about, things, a lesson learned. We've done all this. This last question, man, it's your rewards. What has been your greatest reward from all the work you've put up so far? I know that you haven't reached your peak, and I know that you want more than what you have now, because that's what's making you great. But what has been the greatest thing up to this point?
Reward is getting more of work-life balance. And I do not treat dealership as work. It's fun. I mean, I come here, I have fun, but you can have so much fun by yourself that you need to pay attention to your family. And as car guys and car gals, I think everyone has this challenge. And my reward was that I overcame this challenge, and I can go and see my family after 6, and sometimes I can stay home and work from home and enjoy time with my 4-year-old daughter. And that's a reward in itself, like spending time with people you love while enjoying what you love to do.
Man,
Powerful.
that's it, man. That's called work-life balance, and being able to get that is a great reward to have. You can put more into other things, but understanding that being able to give where you want to give is the reason why you do this. Like it's tough to work all the time, be one way. When you have family, when you have children, when you have love over here, you need that love. That love is what starts the whole thing with the solutionaries, man. It's the most important to me out of all 5 of our core values is love. And I believe that if you do everything with love, that's your job, that's your passion, that's your training, that's your family. You know what I mean? That's yourself, loving yourself even. It's important to understand all those traits. Love is where it all begins. Giving love, sharing love, being of love, choosing to help people through love. Real love, man. I'm talking like that. Caring for other ones like that you care for yourself, man. It's a great trait to have, and I appreciate you for sharing that with us, man. I think that, I totally feel that, man.
Yeah, I mean, love doesn't become love until it encounters responsive love. Right? That's when it's actually measured to see what it really is. But there is something that we have to find a way to be consistent about the way that we flow that into all that we do inside of our business. And that's making sure that gets connected, fused from your marketing to your reconditioning team, to your sales department, to your finance department, down to detail, everything, every little minor detail. Everybody is connected into that web that is there to catch, cultivate, and to turn a butterfly into each customer, right? Each customer, ideally, we want to take them in as the caterpillar that's crawling their way to us, and then eventually throw them into our nice little web cocoon, wrap them up, and send them back out as a beautiful butterfly, right? And have them out there doing their thing, feeling good about their time spent with us, where there was a transformation. And you are part of the digital transformation that's happening in the industry. And it's something that we are inspired to be able to promote and show off to many of the other people that we're connected with in the industry. You are a thought leader. And the truth is that you need more mics. I can't wait till the time that we get the chance to do an announcement for the Indy Auto Man. And we get to highlight our friend Victor, because brother, you are somebody that looks at it as simple as you can so that it doesn't get overcomplicated.
I love that.
Find the
There you
solution.
go. That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And when you do that, you liberate everybody without the extra work of beating our heads against the wall in what doesn't work. You know what I mean? And that's smart. That's genius. That's it's streamlined, and that's something that, well, again, we honor, and we do 100% agree that the way that we go forward is by way of honor, and you've always done that well. It is a key value that we each have to operate in. You show that to everybody that you speak to. You show that everywhere it is that you go, and that's something that we value greatly, is the honor that you've shown us. And we thank you for showing us some honor to spend some time with us today, to be brewing solutions here inside of the cafe. And inside of that, we want to share that. However much you want to share of you going forward, you can do so. But how do people get a hold of you if they just want to know, how do I get some more? You're awesome.
Well, my name is pretty unique. So Victor Figlin on LinkedIn. I am the only Victor Figlin on LinkedIn. Thanks to my parents, like for this last name, first name combination, not Bob Smith. And also, of course, my cell phone number, 317-698-2723. Do not email me. I have 30,000 unreplied emails. I do not believe in email, but LinkedIn and this text-friendly phone number will get a hold of me. And I'm more about relationships. Like, do not try to sell me something first. I need to develop relationship first.
That's deep.
Absolutely.
And it's truth, man. It's so truthful. And I can appreciate that, honestly, man. That is the best way to do any business. And that's the fundamental of rapport. And rapport is deep. To me, it's all of it. Like when they say that in the car sales, there's 10 steps. I believe that rapport is required in every single one of those steps, right? That is like the basis of everything. And rapport it's super important, because that's how you, man. Lou, what's the quote we had today from Steve Covey? You must. No, I got it for you. It's right here. So, like, it's seek to understand, then to be understood. Facts. So, seek first to understand, then to be understood. When you think of it that way, that's exactly what you're saying right there. You know, first they need to understand you, why you are who you are. That you need to understand them, why they are the way they are, and then you'll know. And then you're understood together, and it's powerful. And when you can do that, that's trust. That's built speed of trust, right? And that's how business gets done better, faster, and more productive, and more income and more money. So I love it, man. I appreciate your time, man. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here today?
Love all the people that I met at Digital Dealer. Love 3-to-1 Ignition. Love my Auto Genius community. All 80 members now.
Wow.
So we are growing. So excited about it. More marketing people joining it. If you have a chance, jump on autogenius.io and apply. And if you're cool enough and you know someone in the community, I'm sure that Kyle or Ben will accept you, and you will have a lot of fun and learning happening.
That is great, and it's exactly what it is. It's our jobs to be the best versions of ourselves. That is our will. That is what we're supposed to do in life. That is the meaning of life, in my opinion. So I appreciate your time, man. Folks, check him out. We got autogenius.io. Go on there, check that out. Get applied to be part of a great community of amazing people trying to make a difference. Once again, 317-698-2723 is his cell phone. You could text or call anytime. If you have a question, he'll help you out. Just don't get weird. And don't try to sell him anything. Get to know him first, my friends. He is the Indy Auto Man, and I am so proud to call him my friend, man. I look forward to seeing you soon. You have a happy holiday. And folks, I'm Frelin Arts, the Subprime Hero.
And I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy. and you have been doing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. So get on with the rest of your day. Hopefully you've enjoyed your coffee break today, later on, whenever it is that you've had the chance to have this. But do yourself a favor and tag a car guy, tag a car gal again. Go ahead and put that coffee cup emoji inside of the comments so that we can get you entered in to win one of the coffee mugs and a little bit of that fresh, new Euro and dark roast. Our incredible friend, the Indy Auto Man, has been brewing solutions with us, and we're so thankful that we've had the chance to get some of this premium roast happening right here. We are so thankful that we've had the chance to just brew another solution with you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now go make something happen. Put that in your cup. Sip on it,
you know the deal.
drink it on down, and make something happen inside of your
Correlations everywhere.
day. Once again, I'm Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
And I am Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And we have been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with Victor Figlin. See you later, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Oh, you can do for the focus fly right now with two hands.
That's right. Keep growing, my friends. You know the deal. I love it. I appreciate everybody out there. Keep growing. Keep growing.